So I was flipping through channels when I stumbled upon a game show called Guess Their Wealth. At first it looked like just another trivia game, but what this contestant won today wasn't just money, it was a complete shift in mindset. By the end of the game he didn't just guess numbers, he uncovered the secret to building wealth. And trust me, you'll want to hear this.
It's time for another episode of Guess Their Wealth. If you can guess their wealth correctly, you'll win that amount of money. Are you ready?
Oh, I got this.
Alright, we have 3 guests today. Each of them invests $100 a month into a fund that gives them 10% returns per year. But they each invest for different lengths of time. A invests for 10 years, B invests for 20 years, and C invests for 30 years. Now, tell me, how much money have they each contributed?
Easy. A put in $12,000, B put in $24,000, and C put in $36,000.
Very good, but here's the real challenge. What is their total net worth after compound interest? Let's start with A. If I told you that after 10 years, his net worth is over $21,000, what do you think B's net worth is after 20 years?
Easy. Double the time, double the money, B must have $42,000.
Wrong.
Wait, what?
Thanks to compound interest, B's total is actually over $75,000.
Whoa. That's way more than I thought.
Alright, last chance. What do you think C's total net worth is after 30 years?
Oh man, I don't know. I'll just throw out a really high number like $217,000.
That is correct. Even though C only put in $36,000, their net worth ballooned because they kept investing and let compound interest do its magic.
Wow. So what should I do with my prize money?
I turned off the TV, sat there for a moment, and for the first time I really thought about it. What if that was me? What if I had been investing that amount for that long? Where would I be right now? Then the real question hit me. Is it too late to start today? You're probably thinking about skipping this video right now. Maybe because you've heard about compound interest before, or maybe because you're already rich. And hey, if that's the case, good for you. But if you're anything like me, someone who's still figuring out how to build real wealth, then stick around. Because today, we're not just talking about compound interest, we're breaking it down in a way that actually makes sense. No fluff, no confusion. Just the exact steps to make it work for you. This game highlights how investing early leads to exponential growth, not just linear. Most people think wealth is built by simply saving more, but real financial growth comes from something much more powerful: compound interest. It's not just about adding money, it's about multiplying it over time. Every dollar invested isn't working alone, it's making more dollars, which then go on to make even more. This snowball effect turns small, consistent investments into massive wealth. Compound interest isn't just a strategy, it's the closest thing to financial magic that exists. That game show didn't just prove the power of compound interest, it shattered a belief I didn't even realize I had. I always thought the more money you invest, the richer you become. But C didn't invest the most money, yet he walked away with the biggest return. Why? Because time beat the amount invested. The real wealth-building hack isn't throwing in huge sums later, it's starting early, even with just a little. And as I sat there, I wondered, if C's results came from time, not just money, then what excuse did I have for not starting right now? At first, the contestant's logic made sense. Double the time, double the money. That's what I would have thought too. But the game show proved something different. B didn't just get twice the return, he got way more. And C? His wealth exploded. That's when it hit me. Most people, including me, have been thinking about money all wrong. We assume that growth is simple, predictable, and linear. But compound interest doesn't follow that logic. It rewards patience in a way that feels almost unfair. The longer you stay in the game, the more the scales tip in your favor, turning small, consistent efforts into unstoppable momentum. So I had to ask myself, if I've been underestimating growth this much, how much wealth have I already missed out on? And more importantly, how much could I still gain if I start today? Because every day I wait is another day lost to potential growth. I sat there, replaying the contestant's reaction in my head. He thought he had the right answer, just like I once did. But the truth is, real wealth isn't just about how much you put in, it's about how long you let it grow. C didn't have to work harder. He didn't have to invest more than the others. All he did was stay in the game longer. How many people give up too soon? How many stop investing because they don't see instant results? The biggest mistake isn't starting small. It's quitting before the real growth even begins. So I had to ask myself, what if I just stay patient? What if I trust the process and let time do the heavy lifting? All the moments I told myself, I'll start next month, or I need to learn more first. But while I was waiting, someone else was already building their future. The only real mistake is never starting. The money you didn't invest last year won't magically appear today. But the money you do invest today, that's your future growing right in front of you. How many people you think never take that first step because they think it's too late? Are you one of them? Pause for a second. Let everything we just talked about sink in. Now you might be thinking about clicking away, but don't. If you do, you'll be walking away right before the part that actually changes everything. This next part isn't just information, it's the key to making all of this work for you. And trust me, what's coming next? It's going to blow your mind even more. Think about this. Most people focus only on what's right in front of them, paychecks, bills, and maybe a little savings. But what they fail to see is the invisible force working quietly in the background. The power of compounding, turning small, consistent actions into unstoppable wealth over time. It's not flashy, and it doesn't happen overnight, which is why so many overlook it. But those who recognize it and take action, they're the ones who change their financial future forever. Imagine a single drop of water falling into a still pond. At first it's just a tiny ripple, but then the ripple spreads and spreads until it covers the entire surface. You didn't add more drops, yet the impact kept growing on its own. That's how compounding works. The initial effort is small, but over time the effects expand far beyond what you started with. Now that we see how powerful compounding is, the next question is, how do you start? Most people think you need thousands of dollars to invest, but that's not true. What if I told you that just $100 a month could change your entire financial future? $100 is less than what most people spend on takeout, coffee, or subscriptions they barely use. So the real question isn't, can I afford to invest? It's, what am I willing to give up today to gain financial freedom tomorrow? You don't need a perfect plan. Just a starting point. Set up an automatic transfer so you don't even have to think about it. Instead of picking stocks, invest in low-cost index funds that track the entire market. Then stay consistent. The key isn't how much you start with, it's sticking with it. The best part? Once you start, you'll barely notice that $100 leaving your account. But future, you will notice the wealth it creates. To give a better perspective, imagine two people. Alex and Jordan. Alex starts investing $100 per month at age 25, while Jordan waits and starts at age 30. Both invest in the same fund, earning 10% per year, and continue until they're 60. Now let's compare their final results. Alex, started at 25, ends up with $632,408. Jordan, started at 30, ends up with $379,664. That's a $252,744 difference, just because Jordan waited 5 years. And get this, Jordan still invested the same amount of money. They just started later, and compounding had less time to work its magic. Let that sink in. Waiting 5 years didn't just cost Jordan a few $1,000s, it cost them $250,000 in lost growth. So ask yourself, can you afford to wait? At this point, you might be thinking, well, that's great for younger people. But what if I'm already in my 40s or 50s? Did I miss my shot? Let me be crystal clear, it's never too late. Sure, you might not have decades for compounding to work, but you do have options. Increase your contributions. What if, instead of $100 a month, you invested $300, $500, or even $1,000? The more you put in, the faster your wealth accelerates, turning years of waiting into years of thriving. Small steps are great, but bigger steps can change your future even faster. Leverage catch-up contributions. If you're 50 or older, you're not out of the game. You're just getting a head start on catching up. Many retirement accounts offer catch-up contributions, allowing you to invest more and make up for lost time. Start now and maximize every advantage available. Focus on high-growth investments. Certain assets like index funds and rental properties can fast-track your wealth building by leveraging market growth and passive income. The right investments can help you make up for lost time and build a solid financial future, no matter when you begin. Build income streams. Side businesses, dividend stocks, and real estate can create streams of passive income, earning you money even while you sleep. The more income sources you build, the faster your wealth grows and the sooner you gain true financial independence. And here's the biggest truth. The worst move is doing nothing. A late start is still better than no start at all. So whether you're 25 or 55, the best time to take action was yesterday, but the second best time, right now. Even after learning all of this, most people still fail to take action. Why? Because they fall into traps like waiting for the right time or chasing quick riches. If an investment guarantees overnight riches, it's not an opportunity, it's a trap. Real wealth isn't built on hype or shortcuts. It's built through patience, smart decisions, and consistency. The ones who win aren't the ones chasing quick money, but the ones who stay in the game long enough to let their money grow. Next is ignoring inflation. Keeping money in a savings account might feel secure, but in reality it's like filling a bucket with a slow leak. Over time, inflation drains its value. What seems safe today could actually be costing you your future purchasing power. The only way to truly stay ahead is to make your money work for you through smart investing. Thinking, I don't earn enough. Many people think investing is only for the wealthy, but the truth is, wealth is built by those who start, no matter how small. Even just $5 a day, less than the cost of a coffee, can grow into a six-figure portfolio over time. It's not about having a lot of money to invest. It's about having the discipline to start and the patience to let it grow. And lastly, not taking advantage of free money. Think of employer 401k matches, tax-advantaged accounts, and compound interest as free money and wealth-building tools at your fingertips. If you're not taking full advantage of them, you're essentially turning down extra income and long-term financial growth. Don't leave money on the table. Maximize every opportunity to build your future wealth. Every year you wait to take advantage of 401k matches, tax breaks, and compound interest is money you'll never get back. Future you will either thank you or wonder why you left free wealth on the table. Imagine someone handing you stacks of cash every year, but instead of taking it, you walk away. That's what happens when you ignore employer matches, tax-advantaged accounts, and compound growth. Don't leave what's yours behind. The difference between those who retire comfortably and those who struggle often comes down to how well they leveraged these wealth-building tools. If the wealthy are using them, why shouldn't you? We often think of investing as risky, but have you considered the risk of not investing? What if 10, 20, or 30 years from now you're stuck in the same place, wishing you had started? The biggest financial mistake isn't choosing the wrong investment. Fast forward 10 years. Imagine looking back at today. What decision would make you proud? The person who put off investing again? Or the one who took control, even with just a small start? Back to that contestant from earlier. He didn't just win money, he won knowledge. But knowledge without action is useless. What made C the biggest winner? It wasn't luck. It wasn't a privilege. It was time. Now let's flip the script. Imagine you are the contestant. You've just seen the numbers, the power of compounding, the cost of waiting. You have the knowledge. But here's the real question. Will you walk away from this moment without taking action? Or will you be the one who looks back years from now, grateful that you started today? Did this game change the way you see investing? Are you ready to make time work for you instead of against you? If so, start today, because the best investment you can make is in your future self. Like, subscribe, and share this with a friend who needs to hear it. Let's all take steps toward living the dream.